Before we can connect Google Sheets, we need to have a spreadsheet to connect. Open up sheets.google.com in a new tab. I've left a link in the description below. In the Start a New Spreadsheet section, click Blank Spreadsheet. Where it says Untitled Spreadsheet in the upper left, highlight the text, then give your spreadsheet a name. For example, Contact Form Submissions. Next, let's add headers to our columns so we can easily sort and review our data. Go back to make.com, and in the operation pop-up that's open, find the output section, and then go down to Fields and click the plus next to it to open the fields. Next, copy all the field names and the responses in the Fields section. Return to Google Sheets, and then in the A1 tab, paste your data. It should show up like this, where you have a field name, then the response, a field name, then the response, etc. Go ahead and click Command X or Control X on each of the field names and then paste them into the various columns. It should look something like this when you're done. Then highlight all the sample answers and hit Delete on your keyboard to remove them. If you want to, adjust the spacing of the columns so you can see the full questions. And you can clear the formatting to make it more neutral by highlighting them all, and on a Mac, hitting Command \. Finally, we want to freeze this first row to make it a header. Click View, and then under Freeze, select one row. When you're done prepping your spreadsheet, it should look something like this. Now let's map our data in Make. Return to Make, and then close out this Operation Output panel. On the right side of the Tally trigger, there's a plus button. Click that to add another module. Then, select Google Sheets from the list. For actions, select Add a Row. Next, you'll need to connect your Google account to Make. Click Create a Connection. Then click Sign in with Google. Just like with Tally, you'll get an authorization window pop up. Select your account from the list. Click Continue. Then click the checkbox next to Select All. Scroll down and click Continue. Make will automatically connect to your Google account. Now let's select the spreadsheet. Under Spreadsheet ID, click the blue Click here to choose file button. Then select the contact form from the list. Then under Sheet Name, click the dropdown and select Sheet 1. There's only one sheet in our spreadsheet so far. There's a question that says Table contains headers. Leave that set to Yes. And now we want to map the values. The values that appear here above the blank field are the names that we gave each of our columns. You can see first name is column A, last name is column B, phone number is column C, etc. So now we need to map the information from the contact form to show up in the correct column in the Google Sheet. Click the blank field under first name, and a new pop-up appears to the right. It says Tally 1 Watch New Responses, with a bunch of information below that. This is all the data that we are able to use as a result of our trigger firing. Under the Fields section, find where it says First Name, and then click and drag First Name from the panel on the right to the blank field under First Name in the panel on the left. Do the same thing for all the fields from your contact form. And just for good measure, it's important when you're logging data to have clear identifiers for each data set. So let's grab the event ID from Tally on the right and drag it in to a blank column on the left. Then click Save. Now that we've mapped our data, let's test and make sure that Google Sheets is doing the right thing. On the bottom left, next to the Run Once button, there's a down arrow. Click that, and then under Scenario Run, click the dropdown and select the last run. This allows us to run the automation with old data so you don't have to submit a new contact form every time. Go ahead and click Run Once. And just like that, we get a green check mark next to Tally and Google Sheets. If we click the double check mark button with the one next to it above Google Sheets, we can see the input and output bundle that were created as a result of this automation run. And if we return to our Google Sheets tab, you can see the information from our web form has now been pulled in and assigned under the correct columns. Since now we're also capturing an event ID, I'll go ahead and in our final column here, add the header event ID.